Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 18 on roots of equations. We have discussed about various iterative methods for finding root of a nonlinear equation, and in all those methods we have seen different iterative formulas. Now if you have observed that we were starting with some initial approximation, say x0, or sometimes two initial approximations in some methods, and we were obtaining the sequence of approximations to the actual root, and we denote those approximations by this sequence xn n equal to 0 to infinity. So we know that in iterative method we are starting with some initial approximation, and then in each iteration we obtain the next approximation to the root, and in all these methods we are interested in the sequence of approximations which converge to the actual root, say alpha. Suppose alpha is the actual root or exact root of a nonlinear equation, then we are interested in finding the sequence of approximations which converge to the actual root. So we are interested that with which speed, or what will be the speed of convergence, or in each iteration what will be the behavior of error. For example, if we are interested in the error in the first iteration, then we will measure the distance between actual root and approximation at particular iteration. Similarly, at the second iteration we will find out this absolute value of this difference between actual root and approximate root. So in general, suppose we consider this difference at nth approximation denoted by absolute value of alpha minus xn, then this is nothing but error of the nth approximation, or error of the approximation to the root at nth iteration. Suppose we denote this error by en. So en denotes the difference between approximation of the root at nth iteration and actual root. So we are interested that with which speed, or what will be the speed of convergence such that this error is reduced. If error is reduced in succeeding iterations, then we can say that we have got the convergence. So our interest is to determine the order of convergence for particular iterative method. The meaning of order of convergence is that how quickly the error is reduced in the successive iteration, or how rapidly the error is reduced. We are interested in that criteria. So order of convergence is defined in this way. Suppose en is the difference between actual root and nth approximation to the root, then en plus 1 is the error or difference between the actual root and n plus 1th approximation. So if we consider limit of this n plus 1th error, absolute value of n plus 1th error, and pth power of absolute value of error at the nth iteration, if this limit as n tending to infinity is approaching some positive constant, suppose c is a positive constant, then power of this absolute value of en is called order of convergence for that particular iterative method. So this is the meaning of order of convergence. If limit of the absolute value of error in the n plus 1th approximation divided by pth power of absolute value of error in the nth approximation, if this limit of this ratio as n tending to infinity is equal to some positive constant c, then we say that that particular iterative method has order of convergence p. So if order of convergence is large, then we will get the fastest convergence, or the number of iterations will be less if the order of convergence is higher. Suppose we are having order of convergence equal to 1, then we can say that the convergence is linear. Similarly, if order of convergence is in between 1 and 2 and it is not equal to 2, then we can say that convergence is superlinear. If order of convergence is p equal to 2, then we can say that we have quadratic convergence. If p equal to 3, then we can say that order of convergence is 3, implies convergence is cubic. So the order of convergence, that is value of p, will give us the idea about the convergence. That higher value of order of convergence will give us the fastest convergence. If p equal to 1, then we have linear convergence. So here convergence is slow as compared to quadratic convergence. So for each iterative method which we have discussed, we can talk about order of convergence. We can find the order of convergence using this method, but we are not going into that theoretical discussion. We will just remember the order of convergence for different iterative methods which we have discussed, and we will remember this definition. They can ask you to define the order of convergence. Some authors are using this word also. Instead of order of convergence, they are using this word, rate of convergence. So rate of convergence, some authors or some textbooks consider these two terms, order and rate, as synonyms of each other, and some books distinguish them. Order of convergence they consider as the speed at which error is reduced. If we are talking about order of convergence, then some authors consider that order of convergence is nothing but the measure that how rapidly the error is reduced. So it is concerned with the error reduction in the error, and rate of convergence is, according to some authors, is related to speed of convergence. It is related to the criteria that how rapidly the sequence of iterations will converge to the actual root, and order of convergence is how rapidly the error is reduced. And some textbooks consider these two words as synonyms of each other. So if they ask you to define the order of convergence or rate of convergence, you can write all these things, that order or rate of convergence indicates how quickly an iterative method approaches the actual root of a nonlinear equation. And this is the definition for order of convergence. Suppose alpha is the actual root of some nonlinear equation fx equal to 0. Suppose xn is the approximation to the actual root alpha at the nth iteration, and n is starting with 0. So x0, x1, x2 and so on xn. This is the sequence of approximations to the root. Now suppose en is the difference between actual root and nth approximation to the root, and if this difference is nothing but error in the nth approximation, then an iterative method is said to have order of convergence p if limit of absolute value of en plus 1, that is error in the n plus 1th iteration, divided by pth power of absolute value of en is equal to c, and this c is a positive constant and it is known as asymptotic error constant. So this constant c is also called rate constant, and it is related to the rate of convergence, and power of this absolute value of en is nothing but order of convergence. We can equivalently rewrite this as absolute value of en plus 1 is approximately equal to capital C times absolute value of en raised to p for large n. N tending to infinity means if we are increasing n, then if for large values of n, this absolute value of n plus 1th error is approximately equal to some positive constant times pth power of absolute value of en, then this p is called order of convergence and this c is called asymptotic error constant or rate constant. And here I have written that if order of convergence p is 1, then convergence is called linear. If order of convergence is in between 1 and 2, convergence is superlinear. For p equal to 2, convergence is called quadratic convergence. For p equal to 3, it is called cubic convergence. And for p greater than 3, we can say that convergence is of higher order. And here I have mentioned the order of convergence for iterative methods which we have discussed so far. For bisection method, we can prove that order of convergence is p equal to 1. Similarly, regular falsy method also has first order of convergence. Newton-Raphson method is fastest as compared to these two that we have discussed. So it is having order of convergence equal to 2. Second method is also having approximately order of convergence is 1.62. So these two are having linear convergence. Newton-Raphson method is having quadratic convergence and second method is having superlinear convergence because p is nearly equal to 1.62 but it is strictly less than 2. Fixed point iteration method is generally linearly convergent or it is having p equal to 1, that is order of convergence, but in some cases, rare cases, it is having quadratic convergence also. So remember this order of convergence for each method. They can ask you to define order of convergence and they can ask you to write down the order of convergence for particular method. In this lecture, we are not proving that why Newton-Raphson method has second order convergence. That is theoretical part and we are not proving here that how this order of convergence has come. But we will remember that if absolute value of en plus 1 is approximately equal to some positive constant times pth power of absolute value of n for large n or as n tending to infinity, then this p is called order of convergence and this c is called rate constant or asymptotic error constant. And they can ask you to define order of convergence. So either you write in this way or in this way, both are correct. So in summary, we can say that for convergent sequence, order of convergence describe that how rapidly the sequence converges or how rapidly the error is reduced, and rate of convergence describe that with which speed the sequence of approximations is converging to the actual root. So this is just a brief introduction to the order of convergence and we require this much introduction only in our engineering mathematics numerical analysis. So this is all about this session. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.